this video, I built a successful landscaping business only to sell it and move to a new town with a brand new business. However, this time, things are a bit different. I have to make $1 million, and I only have a year to do it. Will I make $1 million or will I go broke? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy videos like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go make some money. Well, boys, it's another day back out here on the landscaping business. We got $335,000. Well, actually, we don't, because I built a shop. So we're down about $150,000. Now you might think, Austin, $150,000 is ridiculous for a shop. Well, you'd be right, because it's what is in the shop that costs all the money. A brand new 2024 F450 Platinum with all the trimmings, all the options you could possibly want. This thing is done up to the max, minus wheels. I kept them stock. So basically, I was just sick of driving around a single cab Ford, and I needed something with a gooseneck hitch, and this just checked all my boxes. I know it costs a ridiculous amount of money, but it is really and truly a sweet truck. Anyways, to put our brand new pickup to the test here, we're gonna be towing something that I don't think the DOT would exactly approve of, but we're gonna do it anyway. So we've got the big old trailer here that typically gets towed behind the dump truck, but today we're towing it with the 450 to see how it'll do. Now we're gonna be loading up the tractor and batwing here because we gotta go out and do a mowing job here real quick, and then I believe we have a quick landscaping job, and then we finally get to go check out our houses that have been getting built for the past couple of months here. As you can see, it's now full, and I think it's about time we cash in our investment there. Now, we are currently $800,000 in debt, which I know seems like a lot because, well, it is. And our goal by the end of this year was to make $1 million, which I still think is technically possible if this property sells for enough, which I think because of where it's at and how the houses have been built, I think it's going to be possible. Anyways, this thing's chained down. We're gonna see. Oh boy. Oh, okay. We might already be having problems here. I don't think the 450's liking this trailer. Okay, yeah, the 450 is not having a good time here. I'm gonna try load this on backwards and see if it helps at all. Oh, we can kind of go. I mean, we're going downhill here, but as soon as we try to go up this hill, ain't no way in heck this is gonna happen. Even just trying to turn in general, as you can see, it's not really working. Okay, I'm gonna try to load this on the other way. Well, I think we might have it. This is slightly better. I mean, no bumper pull hitch should be towed like this with this truck, unless it's a full-blown semi or a dump truck or something, but this is working, and I think that's all I can ask for. It would be really nice to have some airbags in the back, though, I'm not gonna lie. But we're not popping wheelies anymore, so I think I'll take that as a win. We just have to load the tractor on backwards. Well, we have made it to the site in one piece, surprisingly enough, towing all of this weight, but we did it. The 450 that could. Probably still would have been smarter to tow it with the semi or the dump truck there, I guess, but oh well, you live and you learn. So some of you may or may not remember this property here. We were actually around here not too long ago to dig a spot for the pool, and this pool is actually done now, and I gotta say, it looks pretty dang good. Anyways, they liked us working out here so much that they hired us again to mow their entire property, which is absolutely massive. Now, some of the parts they don't want me to mow, like right next to the pool and right next to the house, because they're going to do that with their little mower there. But some of the bigger parts, this just saves so much time, especially since the outer parts of the property have not been mowed all year. I don't know why they wouldn't just let someone cut them for hay. You know, make a little money. You don't have to pay someone to mow them, but it is what it is. I'm not the owner of the property. I don't decide. The good part about this batwing, though, is we can creep right along the side of this hill here, which is real nice. So their property, at least in the front, goes all the way out front here to this cell tower, just up to the train tracks. Cuts alongside this field, and then comes all the way back to the start of the driveway here. So it is a massive property, and it's gonna take us a couple hours at minimum. Well, I just wrapped up the property here. We got an extra $5 grand from knocking out that little job there. Well, it wasn't little, actually. We were there for about 4-ish hours, but to get a whole mowing crew out there and all that, it would have costed them probably about 8, because it would have took multiple days. So actually saved them a bit of money, and since they didn't need it professionally done by like nice mowers, they were just happy with the batwing. Now I gotta wait at the red light here. I can go right on red. Never mind. Holy smokes, I didn't think it was possible. We're actually making it up this hill. I adjusted the trailer here to sit a little bit better for this truck, and it's actually riding somewhat decent now. We made it up the hill, which is really surprising. Anyways, I've had this second gen Dodge listed for a little bit now, and I had a guy message me about it, wanting to buy it this morning, so he's on his way right now, and we're just gonna take this thing out of here, get it shined up a little bit, and get her sold. I think we're gonna get about 10 grand out of it. I have it up for 12, and the reason why, I know this thing's rusty, it's got a lot of miles, it doesn't look very nice, but the wheels are what's worth money on here. And also it says second gen Cummins. They just hold their value, regardless of how dented up they are. Well, truck is gone, and I just scooped myself up another 10 grand, which I am very happy with, which brings our total up to $200,000, which I will take happily. Now, I think that mowing job there was pretty much our last one of the years, so we're gonna be fixing to get this whole rig put away. Now, normally I'd be looking to get this set up with some sort of snow setup, but I'm thinking if this property goes for enough money, we might just be able to take the winter off. That is, if we reach our $1 million goal after paying off the debt. All right, so we've got one more quick little job for the day here, and that is to get some gravel spread on a driveway, and they want some landscaping done in the backyard with a skid steer, so should be a nice little payday. I'll never understand though why people wait till like the end of the year to get landscaping done and whatever else, but I'm not one to complain. More money for me. We're gonna take our driveway grader here. I was about to say our smooth bucket, but upon further inspection, that is not our smooth bucket, that is our tooth bucket. There's the right bucket. And last tool is the postal digger, because apparently they need some holes drilled, so we're gonna do that for them too. Okay, I think I got all the tools we need. Let's get rolling. This ain't gonna pop a wheelie on the truck. Thank goodness. Well, this is the place. I think I've actually mowed this guy's lawn before, and he worked on my old car wash. Huh, I didn't know it was this spot. All right, so basically what this guy wants done is he wants a nice gravel path going in here, and then a nice gravel pad right back in this corner, because I guess he wants to put up some sort of a building. I'm not sure. That's just what he asked for, so I said we can make that happen. And then I think back in this corner here, he wants some of those post holes drilled. I'm not sure what he's planning. Maybe another one of these or something, because you really got to drill a hole down so you can put the posts in nice so they stay. So maybe that's what he's planning. But I'm just here to do the work, not ask questions, so let's get to work. So the attachments that I'm not using right at this second here, I'm just gonna set down here. There we go, that should do it. And then I've got to go run and grab a load of gravel here, because obviously we need that to do this project. Fresh load of gravel here for the job, and the 450 seems to be handling it like a champ. That is, if I don't run into any fences. I mean, I assume it would. It did pull an entire tractor and a mower and a very big trailer that it shouldn't have been. So I'm just dumping the load right here for now, and then we'll kind of just clean it up as we go, as we use up what's here. And I'm thinking we'll need maybe 1.5 loads here. So this was a full load, so maybe half of one. That might do it. But he said starting at the fence here, so yeah, we'll just lay out a good path going out here. Sometimes I forget how well this small little skid steer works for these tiny jobs. It's just nice and compact, can fit right in the back of the dump trailer. It's just the whole package, other than the lifting capacity, and the tool sizes aren't as big, because this bucket is a lot smaller compared to a normal skid steer bucket, but it still works great. Well, I'd say I got a pretty good path going here, not at the start so much, but back up there's more that we can back drag. So I'm just gonna put on the leveler here, and we'll see what we can do with that. This bucket works, but just not as good as a tool designed for the job. Well, I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but just as it happens, one full load perfectly got this. So I will take that. And it's basically all smoothed out now, so I think that's about done. Owner seemed pretty happy with that. Okay, so we got, I think, 6 holes to drill over here. We've already got them marked out, so I'm just gonna go pop these in the ground, and we'll be out of here. I think I'm hitting some kind of a rock here, because we're having trouble. There we go, got through it. And of course, call before you dig. And there we go, job is finished. Now, I actually didn't charge the guy for the job because he had helped me start my very first business out here, so he just paid for the gravel, and that was it. But I think it's about time we check out our property that has turned into quite the little development here. So for those of you who remember, this was an old abandoned lot just full of so much junk. It was ridiculous. There was a lot of trees that needed clearing out. There was land leveling that needed to be done. There was just so much junk here. It was quite the undertaking. I bought the property for cheap because it was in a less desired corner. But the lot came with a lot of space, and with that space, I was able to cut down a bunch more trees, move back some of the dirt and all that, and made it more of a desirable plot of land. Now, originally the plan was for 3 houses, a bit bigger, a bit nicer. Not to say that these houses aren't nice, but you get the picture. We ended up putting in 5 of these houses right here, all identical, basically, all really, really nice. And if you walk inside here, there's a nice little kind of kitchen area, got your living room, back here's bedroom, all this stuff, all fully furnished. And with all the other debt that we had and the debt that we incurred building all this, it came out to around $800,000, which is very, very cheap considering all that we did. Now, we got this property estimated at around 1.5 million, which seems like a lot, but it's a lot of houses and a lot of land, desirable land now, as opposed to what it was. And also, originally, we we're going to sell the houses just kind of individually, but now we're putting this entire place up for auction, and it's going to be auctioned off to the highest bidder, which I'm hoping is more than 1.5, because if it's 1.5, I don't think we're going to meet our $1 million goal. But hope for the best. We'll see. And then since we had a tiny bit of extra budget left in this whole deal, we put up this little shed, and I went to the auction and picked up a little gator for property maintenance, and then a little zero turn. So the new owner of this place has this all set up, ready to go, and long term, we can make a lot more money if we just rented all these places out, but that's a very long-term investment, and we're just looking to sell, because right now, let's be honest, it's a seller's market. So I guess we'll see what we get, and I'm hoping for a lot of money. I guess that's what anybody hopes selling all of these houses or anything in general, but I guess we'll see. So I've been back here at the shop for the last couple hours, getting everything organized, everything greased up, cleaned up, other than the tractor. I guess I left the wheels a little bit dirty, but everything's ready to go here for next year or possibly this winter, depending what that property sells for again. But somehow, some way, I managed to fit it all in here. I don't know how. Actually, I really should switch that dump trailer for this semi-truck up front here, but yeah, it is what it is. And then the rest of the junk is all back here. I did have to put the side-by-side on the trailer, though. That's kind of the only thing, but it did all make it in here, which is what's important. Ah, yes, my office. Too bad I don't got a lake down there. That would be a real nice view. Instead, I got a bunch of trees. Which, don't get me wrong, it's still nice, but it could be better. It could be better. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go into the house, have a barbecue, maybe chill out, relax, and hope that auction gets run up. Well, it has been a couple of months here. The snow is gonna start flying soon, and the auction for the property is over. We got $200,000 in the account. The money that it went for, which I don't know just yet what it went for, should be hitting my account any minute now. But I think it might be important to take a look back on some of the businesses that we had starting out that got us to where we are today. We built a successful landscaping business just about a year ago, and I was up for a new challenge, so I moved to a new town with some money in the bank, a truck, a trailer, and a mower. From there, we went to getting ourselves an old abandoned car wash that completely needed to be redone and turned profitable. From there, we went to buying a shed moving business. From there, we bought a dumpster business and a tree removal business, turned that profitable. And then from there, we bought an abandoned property that needed a ton of work, turned it into a bunch of nice houses, and that's where we are today, all within the span of less than a year. And the money has just hit my account, $1.7 million. That brings us up to $1.9 million. However, we still have debt to deal with. Now, after some further calculations, I did mess up some calculations originally, and our total debt is $900,000 for everything across the whole year, from our fuel bills to buying some other businesses that we ended up flipping to building all those houses. So with that removed, that brings us to a total of exactly $1 million, minus the power bill for this month, because I gotta pay that. But nevertheless, $1 million, and I will absolutely take that. I am happy. $1 million in less than a year. I don't think it was possible. And we also own our own property. I will take that. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this survival business series. And who knows? Maybe we'll be back in FS25. Hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.